The most underrated country in South America? Most tourists immediately picture the expansive beaches of Brazil, the vibrant streets of Colombia, or the towering Andes of Peru when they think of South America. However, Ecuador, a nation frequently overlooked, is located a little further west, tucked away on the equator, and has a name to match. Ecuador may be the most underappreciated nation on the continent, despite its small size and enormous diversity. This is more than just a nation. The Amazon rainforest, the Andes Mountains, the Pacific coast, and the surreal Galapagos Islands are all part of this one place. Ecuador is a breathtaking paradox, with its high-altitude cities and seaside towns teeming with Afro-Ecuadorian rhythm, its cloud forests teeming with life, and its towering volcanoes. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Number 1. A country of four worlds. With good reason, Ecuador is frequently referred to as the country of four worlds. It's one of the few locations on the planet where you can spend a day seeing the sunset over the Pacific Ocean, eating lunch in the Amazon, and waking up in the Andes. Cotopaxi and Chimborazo, two snow-capped volcanoes in the highlands, are the closest points on Earth to the sun because of the equatorial bulge. Still in operation, Cotopaxi dominates verdant national parks where untamed horses run amok and hikers take in the breathtaking scenery and the brisk air. And the Amazon rainforest starts just a few hours away. Indigenous people in the eastern provinces of Napo and Pastaza continued to coexist peacefully with the environment, introducing eco-tourists to centuries-old medicinal plants, navigating canoeways, and leading eco-tourists through impenetrable jungle trails. The coast comes next. Although Ecuador's Pacific coastline isn't as well known worldwide as Chile's or Brazil's, it is nonetheless a paradise in and of itself. Ecuador's coast is full of seafood, sunsets, and soul, from the bohemian beach town of Montañita to the serene mangroves of Macalilla National Park. And finally, floating 600 miles off the coast, are the Galapagos Islands, Darwin's living laboratory, a place where sea lions sunbathe next to humans, and marine iguanas swim alongside schools of fish. The Galapagos may be Ecuador's most famous asset, but they're only one piece of this mosaic. Number 2. Quito, a city in the clouds, the capital of Ecuador. Quito is where most tourists start, and it's an amazing first stop. Quito is one of the world's highest and most attractive capital cities, rising more than 9,000 feet above sea level. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the city's historic center is a tangle of pastel-colored houses, Spanish colonial churches, and cobbled alleyways. With its Baroque golden altar, La Compañía de Jesus is undoubtedly one of the most spectacular cathedrals in South America. Quito, however, is not mired in the past. Its north end is a hive of contemporary life, with glass skyscrapers, stylish cafes, and creative neighborhoods like La Floresta, where the streets are lined with murals and expertly brewed artisan coffee. From the Teleférico cable car, you can glide up to the Pichincha volcano and see the entire city laid out below, and beyond it, the volcano alley stretching into the horizon. Number 3. Indigenous culture meets modern life. Ecuador has a rich cultural heritage that continues to flourish today. This country is home to over 13 indigenous nationalities, and its customs, languages, and crafts are still very much in use today. For instance, Otavalo, one of South America's biggest and liveliest indigenous markets, is held in this mountain hamlet. Here, Quechua-speaking craftspeople offer hand-carved instruments, elaborate jewelry handed down through the generations, alpaca wool ponchos, and vibrantly woven tapestries. However, Ecuador's indigenous population isn't just seen in marketplaces. The Huaorani and Achuar communities in the Amazon are spearheading eco-conservation initiatives by providing immersive tourism experiences that support the preservation of their territory. They are ensuring the survival of the forest in addition to preserving culture. Number 4. Nature's playground. Ecuador is a haven for adventurers. Climbs up Cotopaxi or Chimborazo are options for hikers looking to push themselves. The Volcanoes Avenue is a great place for cyclists to cruise. In Banos, where natural hot springs relax weary muscles and waterfalls tumble from cliffs, white water rafters can ride the wild rivers. Do you want to zipline through a forest of clouds? Make your way to Mindo. Want to explore a crater lake on foot? Explore Quilotoa, a breathtaking turquoise lake that was created inside a volcano that fell. What about the fauna? Ecuador's biodiversity is still astounding outside of the Galapagos. You may witness jaguars, monkeys, toucans, and pink river dolphins in one day at Yastuni National Park, one of the planet's most biodiverse locations. Number 5. Underrated food scene. It's unfortunate that Ecuadorian cuisine doesn't receive much worldwide recognition, because in addition to being delicious, it is also incredibly regional and surprising. Highlights of the Sierra Highlands include locro de papa, potato soup with cheese and avocado, hornado, slow-roasted pork, and alapingachos, potato pancakes. Seafood reigns supreme along the coast. You must try the prawns, plantain, and lime ceviche. Additionally, enspolado, a peanut-based meal, is so popular in Manabí province that it is consumed for breakfast. Even the cuisine of the Amazon is distinctive, with its exotic fruits, stews made from yucca, and yes, the well-known roasted chantacuro grubs. It's undoubtedly an adventure, but it's not for everyone. Number 6. Budget-friendly for travelers. Ecuador is unique for still another reason. It's quite reasonably priced. Because the US dollar is the nation's official currency, exchange rate issues are avoided, and it equates to value for tourists. You may find clean, quaint hostels and guest houses for less than $20 per night, drive from the highlands to the seaside for less than $10, and have a complete native lunch called almuerzo for $3. Even previously thought to be costly, excursions to the Galapagos have grown more affordable thanks to locally operated cruises and land-based tours, which provide flexibility and are less expensive than luxury vessels. Number 7. A country of surprises. Ecuador defies expectations, which may be the main reason it is still underappreciated. Although it is not a nation that demands attention, those who do so are rewarded. Ecuador's refusal to try to market itself has a certain allure. It just is. Unlike some other places, it doesn't have a lot of influencers, massive tourism campaigns, or large crowds. That's what makes it so beautiful. A mountain village will greet you like family if you happen to walk in. There are no other people around when you sit next to a crater lake. You can wake up in the jungle to the sound of howler monkeys, then dance to marimba rhythms on a beach under the starlight. Ecuador is quiet. It's not ostentatious. However, it is unforgettable. Number 8. So, why isn't everyone going? It's a good question. Why does Ecuador remain in the shadows while its neighbors bask in the spotlight? Maybe it's because it's smaller. Maybe it's because it doesn't shout its name from the rooftops. Or maybe it's just waiting for the right kind of traveler. Someone who wants more than the typical tourist experience. Someone who's curious, open, and ready to be surprised. Because once you go, you'll wonder why you didn't hear about it sooner. So is Ecuador South America's most underappreciated nation? Of course. It's a location where cloud forests and tall volcanoes meet, where indigenous culture is vibrant and alive, where wildlife is abundant, and where adventure, leisure, and closeness all coexist. Ecuador doesn't have any proof to offer. All it asks for is an open heart and possibly a decent pair of hiking boots. Don't pass up this small nation with a big heart if you're searching for an adventure that is off the usual route but rich in every way. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through Ecuador, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.